have on, well, every time we do the most valuable person on the planet, we have people who do good things, right? Do good things. Today, let's talk about not only someone who does good things, but also suggests good things and good deeds. We're talking to Breanne Zolfo. She is the owner over at the Crown Point Cafe Fresco, and she joins us now. Breanne, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
So let's first start with you have, in the time that you've been in business in Crown Point, you've given away thousands and thousands of cups of coffee to strangers and people in need who are less fortunate. Why do you do that?
When I started the cafe, I wanted it to be a platform to be able to give back to people because I realized that just as a citizen, I wasn't able to give back as much as I had wanted to. And so it was something extra that we could do to show the community that we really support them and we really care about them because they're what makes our business what it is.
And so that's enough on its own, giving away some of your product for free to people who are less fortunate. That's enough to get you into the category of most valuable person on the planet. But as I mentioned, there are people who do good deeds, but then there are others who also do good deeds and suggest good deeds, and that's what you're on today for. Talk about what you're doing with your coffee cup sleeves.
So we started the coffee sleeve program because we had realized how many people go throughout their day without having any inspiration or without having any good parts in their day. And so we wanted to be that little bit of inspiration by writing on the coffee sleeve. So on the outside of the sleeve, we write an inspirational quote. And then on the inside of the sleeve, we have a pay it forward. So we just want to promote positivity and that community feel because we believe that every person is capable of changing the world. And so by doing that, every single person who walks into our cafe can change the world. They can do their small part, pass on that positivity that they receive in the morning.
And now, Justin, as a typical MVPP, they're very selfless. Breanne, you are taking no credit for this, is my understanding.
No, it's my employees and my customers, and they're the inspiration and motivation every day. It's just been amazing these 6 years of how much they've inspired me, and they're the reason that I do what I do every day, and they're completely what the cafe is all about. It's just been amazing.
Are you seeing people do the things that you suggest? Have you had any people come back and say, you know what, thanks for the suggestion, I did it yesterday?
Well, and they not only do that, they do the pay it forwards and they take a picture, and then it just keeps spreading that positivity and goodness around the community. And there's also been people, there was a woman who was in boot camp in the military who had saved her sleeve and looked at it every morning when she was in boot camp, and she said, you don't know how much that inspirational quote meant to me. And we've had so many people come back and say, you don't know how much that quote changed my life, or you don't know how much that. And so it's those little positive things that every single person can do that really can just change someone's life.
And you guys also have taken the cafe's tip jar and used that to help people in the area. What did you do there?
Yeah, so every week we take the tip jar money and we donate it to people in our community. We've given clothes to homeless people. We've bought transportation. We've surprised people at the grocery store and bought their groceries. And it's just anyone who comes in, if we feel there's a need, then we reach out and do it because that's another way we can give back to the community and be that someone. And to surprise people is the most rewarding feeling, just to see their expressions on their face and see it's indescribable.
For you as a business in Crown Point, I mean, you are a business and you know, obviously as a coffee shop, you need to pay attention to the bottom line. Why do this for your community? Obviously, it makes you feel good, as you just mentioned, but where does that sense of community come from?
Well, I feel like if you can inspire people, you can, like, they're encouraged to support your business. If you know someone that's inspirational or motivational, like, they want to support you. People want to support other good people. And that's what the connection has been, because it's like I'm supporting so many good customers and so many good people, and in return they're supporting me. And it's just about good people supporting good people. And I think we need more of that in the world, because we can get carried away with the negative or the bad in the world. But I think, like, good people supporting good it's the most amazing concept.
We have a texter from the 219 who says also their coffee is awesome. So your product is pretty good.
Well, that's what I had always said. And we don't just serve coffee. Like, I feel like 90% of our business is just like being in the community, and that's what our whole focus is. We just happen to serve coffee.
Oh, that's great. The cafe is Cafe Fresco in Crown Point, Indiana. Breanne Zolfo is our guest this morning and our most valuable person on the planet. Breanne, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
It was great meeting you. Thank you.
Yeah, Crown Point. I love that town. That's a great little town.
It is, and she grew up in Crown Point, and it's nice to see, in a world where everybody relocates, to stay where you grew up and then make such a difference.
And I have to say this, and I know that this is, but it's, there are so many corporations that try to do this kind of thing. I think Starbucks comes to mind, and others who will put inspirational quotes on coffee cups and
Kind bars.
Yeah, or on the bottom of your Chipotle burrito, whatever it might be.
Dove chocolates give you a little message.
But it means so much more coming from someone in the community who obviously is doing this for the local and for the people that live and in the community and her neighbors. It's a great story, and that's why she was the most valuable person on the planet. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come